Welcome to this inspiring video about 10 women who are making the world a better place. Women have been playing a crucial role in shaping our society and driving change in different fields for centuries. Despite facing numerous challenges and obstacles, these 10 remarkable women have dedicated their lives to making a positive impact on the world and leaving a lasting legacy for future generations. Malala Yousafzai is a super cool human rights activist from Pakistan who has dedicated her life to advocating for girls' education. She became famous after surviving a gunshot to the head by the Taliban when she was just 15 years old. Malala has since become the youngest ever Nobel Peace Prize laureate and continues to fight for education and equality for all. She currently resides in the UK with her family and attends the University of Oxford, where she studies philosophy, politics, and economics. If you ever need inspiration to stand up for what you believe in, just think of Malala and her unwavering courage and determination. Wa'ad al-Khattab is a super cool filmmaker and activist from Syria. She gained fame with the critically acclaimed documentary, For Sama, which chronicles her life in Aleppo during the Syrian civil war. While fleeing bombs and gunfire, Wa'ad fell in love, got married, and gave birth to a daughter named Sama. Many people have been impressed by her boldness and commitment to speaking the truth. Wa'ad currently resides in London with her family and continues to advocate for world peace and human rights there. Real-life heroine Sarah Mardini hails from Syria. In 2015, she and her younger sister fled Syria by sea. The sisters dove into the Aegean Sea when their boat began to sink in order to steer it to safety. Later, she turned pro and represented Syria as a swimmer in international competitions. Upon her return to Syria, she was imprisoned and subjected to torture because of her humanitarian work. Sarah currently stays in Berlin, where she still fights for the rights of immigrants. Also a law student, so watch out, undesirables. Sarah is an incredible inspiration and we can all learn kindness and resilience from her. The Iraqi badass Nadia Murad is unstoppable. She managed to escape ISIS's abduction and sexual slavery program, and she subsequently bravely shared her story with the world. Nadia was given the Nobel Peace Prize in 2018 and has established herself as a strong spokesperson for victims of sexual assault and armed conflict. Nadia is still an advocate for human rights and justice for violent crime victims now as she resides in Germany. For anyone who wants to comprehend the effects of war on women's lives, she has also published a book called The Last Girl, on her experiences. Halima Aden is a supermodel who's breaking barriers in the fashion industry. She was born in a refugee camp in Kenya and grew up in the United States. Halima made history as the first hijab-wearing model to grace the cover of major magazines and walk in high-fashion runway shows. She's also a UNICEF ambassador and advocate for girls' education. Halima's style is all about empowering women to be their authentic selves and embracing their cultural identities. She's changing the game in the fashion industry and inspiring a new generation of models. Halima currently lives in the United States, where she's pursuing her dreams and making a difference. Rima Sultana Rimu is an inspiring leader from Bangladesh, who is part of the Young Women Leaders for Peace program. She is passionate about promoting peace and empowering women in her community. Rimu believes that education is key to breaking the cycle of poverty and inequality, and has been working hard to provide access to education for young girls in her village. Her dedication and commitment have earned her recognition as a role model for young women in Bangladesh. Rima Sultana Rimu currently lives in her village in Bangladesh, where she continues to fight for the rights of women and marginalized communities. Zara is an incredible woman who has overcome many challenges in her life. She is an Afghan refugee who fled her country to escape violence and oppression. After the change in the government on the 15th of August 2021, Zara made arrangements to leave Afghanistan with her family, arriving in the UK on the 28th of August, 2021. As a single mother, she has had to work hard to provide for her family, and has also pursued her passion for journalism. Zara's work as a journalist has been instrumental in shining a light on the struggles faced by refugees and other marginalized groups. She is a true inspiration to many, and her courage and determination have earned her the respect and admiration of people around the world. Makoob's personal experience fleeing her village due to violence has inspired her to advocate for women's rights in her new community. As an International Rescue Committee client herself, she understands the challenges that women and girls face when adapting to a new environment. Makoob works hard to assist survivors of gender-based violence through therapy, information, and support. Additionally, she is committed to advancing gender equality and women's empowerment in Cameroon's southwest. American activist and philanthropist Maggie Doyne has devoted her life to enhancing the conditions of underprivileged kids in Nepal. In order to travel and experience the globe, Maggie Doyne chose to take a gap year after high school. She ultimately ended up in Nepal, where she saw firsthand the tremendous poverty, lack of access to healthcare, and lack of education that many children there experienced. Doyne spent her own money to buy land and construct a home for orphaned and abandoned children after being horrified and moved by what she saw. Doyne's work has not gone unnoticed. She has won various honors and distinctions for her efforts to humanitarian causes, including the Dalai Lama's Unsung Hero Award and being named one of CNN's heroes. Her story has been covered by media sources all around the world, and her call to action and message of compassion have motivated many individuals to get engaged and improve their own communities. Sana Levitsky-Gray is an Australian deaf activist and the 2015 Australian of the Year. She advocates for the recognition of Auslan, Australian Sign Language, as an official language, and works to raise awareness about the issues faced by the deaf community. Levitsky-Gray is also a talented artist, and uses her artwork to promote deaf culture and identity. Her work has helped to break down barriers and promote greater understanding and inclusion for deaf people in Australia and beyond.